Hey guys, Thiago Santos here. Right now I'm going to talk to you about how to create a strength training program. This is a question that I get pretty frequently. And it's a tough question to answer because there's a lot of factors that's going to depend. For example, your age, your training experience, how many days are you available to work out. So with that being said, there are some basic principles that can guide you and that can still help anyone that's looking to build some muscle and to get stronger. So let's look at how many exercises do you need when you walk into the gym. All you really need is about 4 to 6 different movements to train. Those movements should start out with compound movements. Those movements should be movements that train several muscle groups in one shot. So when you walk into the gym, you're going to focus on, say it's Monday, and you're going to work on bench pressing, you're going to work on chest and tris. Your first exercise should be the bench press and not cable tricep extensions. You want to save that towards the end of the workout when it's time to isolate the smaller muscle groups. So the first exercise should be big movements, a movement that trains lots of muscles. At the end of the workout, you can focus on smaller movements that trains one muscle. You're isolating triceps. And now we'll look at the sets and the repetitions. So with sets and reps, there's a lot of variability. But typically you're going to work in the 3 to 5 range, 6 to 8 towards the beginning of the workout. And as you get towards the end, work in the smaller muscle groups, you can work in the 8 to 12, 12 to 15 repetition range. So you want to add some variety of reps into your workout scheme. If it's not all on the same day, you should include different reps throughout your training cycle. And exercise selection. Like I said, it's Monday. I'm going to go do my favorite exercise, which is the bench press. I'm going to perform 4 sets, maybe 5 sets of 5 to 6 repetitions. I'm kind of working on some strength and hypertrophy. And now your second exercise, so we'll call it the bench A1. Your second exercise, we'll call it B1, should be a movement that's going to support what you're trying to do on the bench. So I'm trying to get stronger on the bench. And my weak point has always been my lockout. I can get the bar off of my chest, no problem. But I have a tough time getting my elbows fully extended to finish the lift. So I'm going to focus on the triceps. The triceps plays a big role in the bench lockout. So a great exercise for developing lockout strength would be the barbell close grip bench press. You're training the same bench press movement, which is important. It's a skill you have to train. And you're also focusing on the weak muscle that's holding you back. Now your third exercise should be a movement that's going to continue to support what you're trying to do on the bench. So it should be another big movement. And believe it or not, having a strong back is going to help you bench more because your lats are involved when you're bench pressing. So you need to have a decent amount of back strength to keep the tension on while you're benching. So a cable roll variation is going to support your bench pressing, and it's going to keep your shoulders healthy in the long run. For every pushing exercise, you need to follow up with a pulling exercise. Sometimes 2-to-1 ratio is appropriate for some people, depending on your history. I tend to stick to that 2-to-1 ratio because I do have a history of shoulder pain. Maybe 5 years ago, I had a shoulder surgery, I had a torn labrum repaired, and ever since then, I've been really careful not to overdo it on the bench, and I've been really focusing on keeping balance. And so far, so good. This past summer, I should say, I was able to reach my goal bench pressing 300 pounds. Yeah. And now we're getting towards the end of the workout again, right? So I think we're on exercise number 4. This is where you can have a little fun. You can start to focus on working with the higher repetition range. You're going to isolate your arms. So you can go over to the cable station and knock out sets of 8 to 12 repetition range, sets of 15 even. I just had to relocate real quick. The sun was coming around and starting to shine right on my face, starting to cook me alive here. So where are we? We're on exercise number 5 and 6. So we could start with the first 4 exercises. The Pareto principle states that 80% of your results is going to come from 20% of the work. So those first 3 exercises, or 4 even, that's all you really need to get results. Everything else is kind of a bonus. Especially if you are a beginner, if you're new to working out, you don't have to do a whole lot to make progress. It's once you become a little bit seasoned, your body's going to need a little more stimulation in order to continue to grow and to make progress. That principle is true when it comes to strength training. There's really about 6 exercises that's going to give you the strength and the size that you're looking for. That's your barbell, bench press, back squats, deadlifts, overhead presses, and rows and chin-ups. Besides that, everything else are fillers. Those are your big core movements. That's going to get you pretty strong and yoked. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like it. And if you know anyone who could benefit from it, go on and share it with them. I'm sure you'll make their day. I'll see you guys real soon.